Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James at SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida's offense will get the first possession of the game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Got his man quickly. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Mustangs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback on the keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Maryland. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Mustangs will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. It's complete on the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Crosses the 30, he's got away. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made after the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smith takes the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
He's tackled at the 41. Brings up third down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Bailey. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. An adage as old as time, play action works when you're running the ball well.
Yeah, and sometimes, Reese, when you get down, though, you get a little panicky and you want to throw the football over the yard. I like the patience of this offense. Still show that you might run the football, pull it out. Nice strike on play action.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Florida 7, SMU 0.
And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. To throw, it's Jennings. He makes the connection. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. To the ground with the back. And the Gators have a first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here's the handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Quickly out to the tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Fights off a defender. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
He'll pull it on the read. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping him.
Bulls his way forward. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
At the 50. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The hand to the running back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It's a draw. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll go to the ground. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, SMU.
The Gators send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Bringing it back, it's Daniels. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. He'll start this drive firing. He's got his man, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this 1st half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Now on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So they'll send out the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat, using his feet to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
That makes the score Florida 10, SMU 6.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half.
To kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Pulls it in. It's Hudson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field. It's Jennings. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, SMU! They take the lead with the 6. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running behind that left side. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
To the air. It's Flagway. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Davey, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The ball carrier. Gain of 2. 3rd down coming up.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. On the move at the 30. Touchdown Mustangs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Unloads it left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Gators decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Running it back, it's Daniels. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires and picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Lagway. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. It's complete. A huge pickup. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And 4 verticals can work against a lot of different kinds of coverages. It doesn't necessarily have to be 3 defenders back deep. That time the defense went too high, and the quarterback found the pocket down the boundary to his wide receiver. Great job.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited there.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
21-17.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. With the catch, it's Daniels.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hudson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance we still might go for it.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll throw it on first down. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air. It's Flagway. He lets it fly. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Motion from the offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Handoff from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. He's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Here he comes with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Gets it out fast. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On second down, just keeps firing. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can snip it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would almost certainly win the game. Absolutely perfect. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game.